Texas Governor Rick Perry now calling on President Obama to send National Guard troops to help U.S. Border Patrol agents deal with a massive influx of underage illegal immigrants. Meanwhile, we're learning many local governments across the country say they've been in the dark about thousands of immigrants being sent to their communities from Texas. So what's to be done about all of this? Joining us now is David Hawkings, senior editor of Roll Call. David, good to see you. We're going to get right to it. So Governor Perry, hi, David. So Governor Perry is saying that for 4 years now, he's been asking for some 1,000 National Guard troops to patrol the Texas-Mexico border, which could have warded off the current crisis. Governor Perry adding that, first thing you have to do is stop the bleeding, secure the border. Let me hear your analysis of Governor Perry's remarks.
Well, part of what Governor Perry is saying is that now so many federal agents have been diverted to this humanitarian crisis, to the children streaming across, that the National Guard needs to come in and help so that the federal agents can do what they're mainly supposed to be doing, which is stopping, what we would, I guess, call traditional illegal immigration. But this puts the president in a little bit of a bind, because bringing in the National Guard has sort of a symbolic resonance. It sounds like he's militarizing this problem. And there are plenty of people in his own party, on the left of his own party, who think that he's already being too aggressive. Some of his critics on the Democratic left call him the deporter-in-chief and think he's going too far. So this National Guard thing is a little bit of a flashpoint for him.
So it's a conundrum.
It's a conundrum. The president, he's getting hit from both sides in the Democratic Party. The Republicans are sitting back and looking at this, to be honest, with a little bit of glee that the president is caught between is creating a split in the Democratic Party between those on the left who, as I say, think he's being too harsh on this and saying that these children, many of them are going to have to go back, and much of what he's asking Congress for is money to help expedite the legal process to send them back. So that makes the left mad. Centrists, including many Democrats in Texas who are struggling in a Republican state to hold on to their seats, many congressmen in Texas who are Democrats, think that he's not doing enough, that he should have gone down to the border, that he should be pushing harder.
I want to get to that in a moment if we have time, but let's go here. I want you to talk about these other communities crying foul that Texas is shipping immigrants to them without their knowledge or consent.
Well, the federal government moves people around all the time. They move prisoners or detainees from one place to another. They use local facilities often in situations like this. So it's not as though the president is doing anything wrong in this regard. Legally, what he is doing potentially wrong is politically not giving a heads up to the state and local officials that this is happening. And he has moved some prisoners to some reliably Democratic states. Illinois, for example, Massachusetts. He's sent several busloads of these people up there, and they are somewhat taken by surprise. They say this creates a political problem for them. They'll get compensated for it in the end, presumably, if Congress approves this money. But in the meantime, they say they were blindsided. And this is sort of complicating the president's problem further.
Let me go back to what you touched on earlier, which was should President Obama have gone to the border while he was in Texas? And perhaps the president would have been lauded from learning from seeing the situation firsthand, or would he have been criticized for yet another photo op? Give me 30 seconds on that one.
He would have, damned if he did, damned if he didn't. I think that if he'd gone down there, yes, he would have been able to portray things that way, and yes, he would have been criticized. Reminded me a little bit of the Hurricane Sandy response. He was condemned for turning that into a photo op, but his fans said that he did the right thing. The president says it's just theater, but theater is important when you're the president. And in general, the president is widely seen as doing a good job in those sort of photo op, stage-managed things to raise awareness and rally people to his side. Surprising to me that he didn't go.
David Hawkings, thank you very much.